Welcome back to Lens Studio. In this video, we're gonna import our art, which we're gonna call textures, into the Lens Studio, and after that, we're gonna see how quick it is to create our first lens and publish it. Open Lens Studio and select New Project. With our project open, let's import our asset by dragging and dropping the PNG files into the Resources panel. Now that we have all files imported, we want to have our Resources panel to be clean and organized so later on, we won't face any problem to find an asset. To keep it clean, we can make a folder in the Resources panel by clicking on Add New, New Folder. This is gonna make a new folder and we're gonna call it Textures. Then place all the textures into the Textures folder. Great! Now it looks much better. Now let's bring our images into the scene. In the Objects panel, click on Add New and search for Image using your keyboard. Then you can see there are a couple of options that we can choose from. Let's check each one. Screen image exists in the 2D space attached to the screen. These are great for UI elements, overlay, header, footer, logo, and more. Another option is image object. This type can be added to the 3D scene, which allows you to position the 2D image in 3D space. We're gonna use image object later in this course. Face image object attaches a 2D texture to the face. Let's click on it. Now you can see our 3D scene has changed to a 2D scene to make it easier to position our image on the face. Also, if you look at the Objects panel, you can see two important objects got added to the list. The first one is head binding, which handles the attachment of any object to the head, and another one is the image object. Let's select the image object now, and you will see there are some options that we can modify using the Inspector panel. To change the texture, click on the texture input. This will open a Resources panel that you can select the texture that you want. I'm gonna look for a cloud texture and then click on OK button. Now you can see the cloud is attached to the user face. To adjust the placement of it, you can use 2D scene. Pro tip, you can also go to the 3D scene view if you want to change where the image is in Z space. Let's bring in the other cloud by duplicating the image object. Like before, we can change the texture on each and place them inside the scene panel. Now that we created our lens, let's check the lens on our phone and then share it with our friends and the world. To view the current project on phone, we need to pair our phone with the Lens Studio. To do that, make sure both your phone and the laptop is connected to the internet, then click on the Pair Your Device button on top right corner of the Lens Studio. This will show a snapcode on top of the Lens Studio that we can scan with Snapchat to link our two devices. Snapcode is a special kind of image that you can scan with Snapchat to do different things. For example, connecting your phone to the Lens Studio. Now let's open Snapchat on the phone. Then point your camera to the snapcode and then tap and hold on the snapcode on your phone screen. Then you will see a prompt on your phone which asks you pair with Lens Studio. Tap on the pair and wait for a couple seconds. You can see now Lens Studio is starting to connect to the phone. You should see the phone is paired and we can send the lens to our phone using the same button, which now is changed to Let's Push Your Lens. Click on that and wait for the lens to get pushed. Amazing! Let's look at the lens on our phone. At this point, our lens is on our phone, but it's only for testing and available only to us. Now that we checked the lens on the phone, let's submit the lens so we can share it with our friends. First, let's give our lens a name. Open the project info by clicking on the button on top left of the Lens Studio and fill out the lens name field. I'm gonna call this lens Orange City. In the Lenses Made For section, keep it that way since we want our user to be able to use this cloud lens on both front and rear cameras. Then all we need is to add a lens icon. In the project info, click on Choose Lens Icon button and select the lens icon. Lens icon is an image with the size of 320 by 320. You can create a lens icon using any painting or image editing tool. Click on Save icon and then Apply. Great! We're ready to publish our lens. click on the Publish Lens button on the top left corner. Select Community Lens, and in the next window, let's put some tags so it would be easier for people to find your lens. I'm gonna put cloud, face, orange, and click Submit. Our lens is now being reviewed, and once it's approved, you can see the color will turn into green. Great! Now our lens is live, and I can share it with my friends using the link provided by Share button or sharing the snapcode with my friends. Amazing! We've created and published our lens. See you all in the next video where we will add our images into the Word.